For the last 3 days, my wife and I and our 2 dogs have taken our Teardrop all around the Uinta Mountains, specifically the southeastern side. We've also been cooking a lot of really, really good food and doing a bunch of other fun stuff. Should be a really good video. Let's get into it. We dropped down into the Uintas from the north end, but quickly we realized it was insanely busy and we could not find a campsite away from other people.
I think we're gonna drive down all the way out of the Uintas and then kind of cut back into them and head down towards Starvation Reservoir by Duchesne. I don't know if we'll make it all the way there tonight, but hopefully we'll be able to find somewhere to camp along the way. Weekend before 4th of July, crazy busy.
Since the area we planned on camping in was way too busy, we hatched a new plan. Head down into town, grab some gas, grab some cash at an ATM for Forest Service campsites just in case, and then head down a different canyon that we'd never been. And it was a great move because we found an epic spot. All right. I believe we have found a campsite way up in the mountains. I don't even know how high. First order of business, we're gonna try and get the trailer a little more level. Camp. Also, I'm gonna make the executive decision to keep the trailer hooked up tonight, just cause there's not a whole ton we really wanna do around here in the morning, so I'm not gonna unhook it and level it out because we're only gonna be here for the night. It's a cool spot though, it's way up in the mountains. Been a really dry year, a lot of fires. Oh, sorry. Going for a little walk around camp. See what's what. This is a part of the Uintas that neither of us have been to before, so this is exciting stuff. Oh yeah. Holland found some bones. It's a pretty good spot, honestly.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It's really close to a road, but it's actually fairly quiet. Here in a little bit, I think we are going to cook some dinner. Still don't know what we're gonna cook. Usually on these camping trips, I bring a bunch of various dry goods and then just a ton of frozen proteins. So we got like chicken breast, chicken thigh, ground beef, some steaks, a bunch of fish, and I always gotta bring Spam. It's the classic. Yeah, good spot to camp. And I might add, way less busy than the other side of the Uintas we started on earlier today. So that is a huge plus. Our healer is bored. Who would have thought? Are you bored? You're always bored. What are you doing? Oh, a ball. Okay, so for dinner, we have decided we're going to make teriyaki steak grilled cheese sandwiches. So I have some top sirloin. It's frozen, so I'm gonna put it in a bowl with some water. Let that thaw out for a while. So the other ingredients we're gonna need is some French bread. We're gonna need some fresh mozzarella cheese, an onion. We need ginger and garlic. They're very pressurized from the drive up here. And then you're going to need soy sauce and Worcestershire. So I'm gonna let the meat thaw for a while, and while that's going, I'm gonna dice up some onion real quick. Take our onion and go into the pan. Looks borderline stormy out there. Okay, so to our sauteing onions, I'm gonna add some soy sauce and some Worcestershire. We're gonna add some ginger and some garlic. Then we're gonna add some honey. And that's kind of like a quick way to make some teriyaki. And some salt. Mix it all around. Okay, our teriyaki's nice and thick. I'm gonna take the water out of this bowl and I'm gonna transfer all that goodness over to the bowl. We'll do it up here. Then we're gonna slice up our steak. So we're gonna cut it into like really thin strips. Throw all your steak in the pan. Once your steak has a nice crust, add that teriyaki glaze back into the pan. Gonna get our bread, slice it in half. Once that marinade's all bubbly and come together, kind of thickened up a little bit more, put it all back into the bowl. So we got our fresh mozzarella. We're just gonna take some slices and lay them straight into the hot pan. You're gonna take your bread. Before I put it on top of there, I'm gonna scoop the insides out a little bit, just because it is French bread and there's a lot of bread in there. Ta-da! Once it's hollowed out, flip it over, press it down into all that cheese, spin it around, flip it over, all that nice melted cheese. We're gonna go in with a bunch of teriyaki steak. Flip it over, smash it together, really smash it flat. All right, sandwich is just about there. Cue the B-roll. Let's give it a try. The sriracha covered teriyaki grilled cheese. Had a little trouble with that sriracha. Got a little pressurized on the drive up here. All right, I've never had a teriyaki grilled cheese before, so let's try it. Cheers.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That was never not gonna work. Ooh. That is delicious. Mmm. Holy cheese pull. Absolutely fantastic. 9-1 out of 10.
I'm going 9-7.
Ooh.
This is so good.
Whoa.
And I love sriracha. So.
In other news, it looks like there's a storm maybe rolling in, but it could just be smoke from wildfires, so keep an eye on that. I got the Starlink up in case there's like an evacuation warning for fires or anything in the middle of the night, but I think we'll be okay, hopefully. There's dinner. Give it a try. Teriyaki steak grilled cheese. Dinner was great. Now we're just hanging out. Usually the dogs hang out in the Teardrop. If you have not seen the Teardrop yet, this is what it looks like. It's just a queen bed. I built this platform that the dogs sleep on. Got a little shelf right there. And yeah, it's got a heater. It used to have AC, but I ripped it out to build the shelf and put a window right there. So that's that. And this is the car kitchen. I guess I filmed a bunch of videos, but I've never given it like a proper tour. So you got this top slider right here. That goes back in. It was designed to put a fridge on top, but I just have, I mounted some Milwaukee pack-out plates to that so that I could store whatever gear, including a cooler, because Milwaukee makes them, but they're just super expensive, so that's why I don't have one. And then down here, you have a cutting board, spot for a sink, and then underneath that, this slides all the way out for a stove. And this is a drawer that I bought from Overland Vehicle Systems. And I made this platform, bolted it down right there. And then I did all these pack out plates so that you can kind of configure out however you want. And you can stack them. So like this is my spice rack. This is my cleaning bin. Back here is where the camp stove is. Then I have these buckets full of like loose ingredients. Behind that, I have like water filters and kind of like freeze-dried meals just in case. And then, yeah, here you can set a cooler, miscellaneous bags, a portable shower, or just more pack-out stuff. So that's the setup we're rocking with. We're gonna hang out, and if anything happens, I'll be sure to film it. Yeah, there's 2 fires within 10 miles of us right now, which would explain why there's more and more smoke.
Yeah.
And it's off of 150. They're right between 150 and SR 35 where we are, but we're downwind of them. Yikes. Yeah, we might have to move.
Maybe this weekend isn't a good weekend to camp.
Dang it, that sucks. I was wondering when a fire would kick off in the Uintas. says there's 2 of them. So, I was just talking to Eli. He's going camping too. I was talking to him about all the smoke, and then I looked up a wildfire map, and there is like wildfire that just started today. Between 6 to 8 miles as the crow flies away, so that's probably why there's a bunch of smoke. But from the information I can find on it, it says there's a threat score that says 18 out of 100. And we're directly downwind from it. So we have a decision to make. Do we stay here? I'm sure we'd probably be fine. Or do we move on again? We got some thinking to do.
Well, there's a bright side to wildfires. Cool sunsets. Although I'd probably rather not have the fires. Still haven't decided what we're gonna do. I can't get like a definitive answer on those fires if they're contained or not. If it wasn't like the wind wasn't whipping so much, I think I'd be a little less worried, but there is a lot of smoke.
Over there. And up there.
After looking at the maps a little more, it seemed like they had the wildfire contained, so we decided we would watch the map and stay here for the night.
It's definitely feeling a little bit chillier up here. Oh, yeah, 56. Yeah, I think we're going to skip the campfire. It's already really dry, and there's tons of wildfires going on out here anyway, so when we get cold enough, we'll just kick the heater on and climb in there. All right, the time has come. It's about 8:44. It's time to kick the heater on in the Teardrop. Haven't done this in a while. It's 52 degrees outside. Get the puppies nice and warm. Make sure nothing's blocking it. There we go. Time to get all toasty. You can hear the exhaust going. Oh, I love that sound. Thank goodness we brought the Teardrop. We were like this close to doing our Subaru and a ground tent, because it would have been like a quarter of the price in gas. But when I looked up the weather, it said it was going to get cold tonight, and we're at like 9,400 feet. So yeah, happy to have it. Worth the extra money in gas. There they are. All right, we made it to 920. I'm calling it quits. I'm still in shorts, so time to get in the warm trailer. Quick temperature update. Dogs are nice and cozy. Yeah, it's 48. 48 outside. That's gross. We're all tucked in. This thing is a little cramped with 2 people and 2 dogs, but it's what we got, so we gotta make it work for now. Anyway, we're gonna watch some movies and then go to bed. So, see you in the morning.
I bubble. I've been wanting to get outside more, and it feels like sometimes...
Look at this sweet light. It's like a laser beam. It's so bright. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Ish. It's like 5 a.m. But I had to pee, so I'm getting back in. All right. Slept pretty good last night. It's a lovely morning. It's almost 8 a.m. now. Slept in a little bit, but what else are you going to do when camping? Let's make some coffee. This coffee is delicious. The plan for today, we have no idea. We're just up here never been here. So I don't know. We're gonna hang out, make breakfast in a little bit, keep listening to all these birds, and yeah, we're making Spam McMuffins with flapjack drizzle. If you've watched the channel before, you know what flapjack drizzle is. It's really good. We'll see you then. Okay, on the menu for breakfast we have Spam McMuffins. So you're going to need muffins. You're gonna need Spam, some flapjack drizzle, some eggs, and then some kind of cheese. In a perfect world, American, but I forgot it. So we have Parmesan. We're gonna start by getting our pan heating up. It worked. Took like 20 times last night. Crack open our tin of Spam. Spam is the ultimate camping protein, in my opinion. So versatile, you don't need to refrigerate it. It's delicious. It crisps up like bacon. I mean, what more could you want? We're gonna cut up some slices. Cut 4 slices of Spam. Our pieces of Spam, we go right into the pan. So, got some Parmesan cheese. Like I said, we're just cutting some thin slices that we can set in the pan to get crispy after that Spam is done. Peel these things open. Flip this Spam over. Oh yeah. It's already starting to crisp up. Okay, our Spam's all nice and crispy. Didn't take long at all. We're gonna take that out. And then we're gonna just fry a couple of eggs. A little bit of salt on there. Perfect. Do you want a soft yolk?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Got some nice soft yolks on them. Set those to the side. Remember, they'll continue to cook ever so slightly after you pull them off. So we're going to take our Parmesan, just go straight into a non-stick pan. I go about 3 long and 1 on the side, and that should be perfect for one side of an English muffin. Alright, once your cheese is pretty melted, you're going to take the top or bottom half or whatever and put it directly in there. And kind of pinch it in there and then slide it. And then the cheese will stick to the bun itself and then kind of form a barrier away from the pan. You take your other 2 sides, throw them in there. This is the cheese reveal. Take the ones with the cheese, flip them over. Oh goodness. That looks fantastic.
Ooh.
Crispy Parmesan. The bun's nice and warm. Makes a huge difference if you take the time to toast your buns a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna kill the heat on that. And now we assemble. I'm gonna take our bottom buns with the crispy cheese. On top of those, I'm gonna go 2 slices of Spam. This is where the magic happens, the flapjack drizzle. I'm gonna go on with our soft eggs. And then we're gonna take our toasted buns and go right on top. And there we have it. Cue the B-roll. Alright, there you have it. Spam McMuffin with flapjack drizzle. Super easy, super quick. Egg yolk. Oh, nice soft egg. Alright. Cheers. Ooh. It's like the perfect sweet and salty.
Parmesan's like chewy
Yeah, the Parmesan's
in
really
a really
good.
good way.
9.3 out of 10. I think it's really good.
Give it an 8-9. Good stuff.
Either way, killer camping breakfast. It took maybe 15 minutes tops. You could do it in even less if you weren't trying to film it. Very messy though.
Uh-huh.
What are you gonna do? So it's about 9:35. There's a lot of extreme weather rolling through the area. It might even snow in some places, and we didn't bring any sort of warm clothing really. So we're gonna head down towards Vernal from here. I think it's like 2 hours or so. Maybe stop by a town, top off on fuel, grab some ice, that kind of stuff, and then find a spot to camp somewhere between there and Flaming Gorge. So we're gonna pack it up and hit the road. Time to roll. Well, we made it up into the mountains. Been driving for like 3-ish hours. Time to let the dogs out for a pee break. All right, I think we made it to camp. We're doing a campground tonight. Why? So why not? I kind of like campgrounds. Like having the table. So we're gonna disconnect, pay for the site, and then head to Flaming Gorge, I think, and see what's going on down there. That's good. All right, time to pay and then head to Flaming Gorge. Chose a campground tonight because personally I prefer, if I have to leave the trailer, leave it in a campground where there's a camp host. Seems like people mess with stuff a little bit less. That's just my theory, but I feel better about it. So that's why I did it. $30 for some peace of mind. That's not bad. Okay, so about 15 minutes later, we're pulling up to the Red Canyon overlook in Flaming Gorge. Holland and I actually came here about 2 weeks after we got married, a little over 7 years ago. I'll put some pictures up of that. Never been back since, so this is really exciting. This was pre both rescue dogs, so I'm excited to check it out. Made it to the overlook. Gonna put the harnesses on the dogs so they don't run off a cliff. And we'll go show you what it looks like.
Genius. Crisscross.
See what else we can see. Okay, so it is 5:16, as you can see on my calculator watch. Neither of us are super hungry yet, so it's not quite dinner time, but for dinner, we have a bunch of Pacific cod, and we're gonna make fish and chips. So I'm going to basically get this marinating in a way. I'm gonna soak it in milk mixed with sriracha, and that will help pull a lot of that fishy flavor out of there and kind of permeate some of that sriracha, that heat, into the fish for when we fry it later. So we bought all of this cod at Costco and we vacuum sealed it. So I'm gonna take it out of that and get it into the bowl and let it soak for a while. It's the key to good fish and chips. You can add other seasonings if you want, but basically just soaking your fish in, like, buttermilk would be ideal. I usually do buttermilk and Frank's Red Hot, but I don't have either of those, so we're doing whole milk and sriracha, and in theory it should work. We're definitely gonna have to take this garbage bag to the trash because we are in bear country and this is very pungent. All right, so we got our bowl. Gonna go in, I don't know, probably 2 cups of milk, just enough to cover it. And then however much sriracha. This always pressurizes every time we drive up somewhere. However much you want. Probably gonna go that much. And then we just mix it all around. Just gonna cover this in foil. And we'll see you in a little bit when we're ready for dinner. It's raining, so I'm rigging up a tarp. There we go. It works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I brought the tarp.
Mm-hmm. That was a good call.
Okay, it has been about an hour, which means it's time to make our fish and chips. Now, in the chips department, I forgot to bring regular potatoes. I always forget something, but I brought a ton of these, like, pre-made home fries I made in the oven. It's just potatoes roasted in butter, olive oil, and then salt, pepper, garlic, and a little turmeric. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take some of these and I'm going to put them into a plastic bag and I'm going to mash them, add a little bit of flour and egg, and then make kind of like a potato dough, form it into a patty, cut it up into fries, deep fry that, and make like a mashed potato French fry. That's the idea. I have no idea if it's going to work, but that will basically go with our fish and chips. So we're going to batter our fish in spicy chicken fry, and then we're going to be frying everything in peanut oil. Also, I don't have tartar sauce, but I do have homemade ranch that we can use later. So I'm going to go turn the propane on real quick. Okay, let's try and make these weird potato things. I'm going to be doing this in a Ziploc, since the only bowl I have is being used to marinate that fish. So make do with what you got. I'm going to put about half those potatoes in there. I'm going to use the rest of these for breakfast tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for that. Potatoes in the bag, and then I'm just going to mash them by hand. Okay, those are pretty well mashed, I think. So in there, I'm gonna crack 1 large egg. Got a little bit of shell in there, but I can see it. Oh, really? Did you see a deer? Cool. Oh, awesome.
In the middle of the loop right here?
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll see some. Holland just saw some deer. That's sweet. Okay, then I'm gonna add some flour And for a nice little kick, we're gonna add Blacksmith Spice Co. jalapeno seasoning. Shout out them. And the goal is to make kind of like a dough, like a gnocchi dough kind of a thing. Okay, then you're gonna pack it together into a ball, set it to the side. We're gonna get our stove going. And we're going in with some peanut oil. We're gonna put probably a good ½ inch to an inch oil in the bottom of the pan. So we got our ball of dough, for lack of a better term. I guess I don't really know what else to call it. And keep things from getting too messy. I'm putting aluminum foil down. We're gonna lay this dough ball out on there. Then I'm gonna use the Ziploc bag to kind of smash it out flat, form it into kind of like a long bar that you can then cut into fries. Now, in a perfect world, if I was doing this at home, I would freeze these and it would hold a lot more firm and together. I don't have the luxury of a freezer, so we're just gonna have to be careful. And we're gonna take a knife and we're gonna cut little sections of fry. The finer the mash you get on these, the better they'll cut into fries. Obviously, I didn't get super great mash, so they're a little messy. But once they're all cut, should be able to peel these off and then kind of just roll them between my hands into fries. So I'm going to do that with all these. Make sure they hold together because they're going to want to come apart in the oil. I guess I should be calling these chips because this is fish and chips after all. And honestly, traditional British chips are a little thicker, so these definitely aren't traditional. I guess these are kind of like double cooked chips. Triple cooked chips are when you boil them, let them dry, and then deep fry them twice, and that's like the gold standard, I would say. But these should be good. In all fairness, I've literally never made these before in my life, so I'm kind of just winging it and pretending like I know what I'm doing. I've made things out of potato in a similar fashion before that worked out, so I feel somewhat confident that these will work, but in this specific application, I've never made them, so who knows? Don't be afraid to try new things. Set them all on a plate. I think even though I've never made these before, I can pretty confidently say the finer the mash, the better. I'm a little worried they're gonna come apart on me. All right, let's check on our fish. It's been about an hour. Yeah, looks like everything incorporated nicely. All that sriracha incorporated with the milk. Yeah, those are looking great. Okay, so while we're waiting for the oil, I'm gonna grab a Ziploc, a camper's best friend. I'm gonna take our Louisiana chicken fry, the spicy. Bought this at Walmart. Put this into the Ziploc. And we're gonna throw our fillets directly in there. We'll go one at a time, keep them from clumping together. You really want to squeeze that fish fry onto your piece of fish. Coat it as good as you possibly can. And once you feel it's nice and coated to your liking, shake off some of that flour. That's what you get when you squeeze it, all those crevices. You set it onto a plate, go on with your next piece of fish. Okay, there's our third piece of fish. I think our oil should be hot enough. We're gonna go on with the fish. See if we can fit all 3 pieces in there. Lovely. Okay, we'll let those fry for 6 to 8 minutes, I would say. Okay, they've been going about 3 minutes. Time to give them a flip. Gently. Oh, these look glorious. Absolutely glorious. This is worthy of an Instagram story. If you're not already, follow me on Instagram. I do sneak peeks and live Instagram stories when I'm camping with Starlink. So I also do polls, updates, Q&As, all that stuff. So follow me over there. I will link it right here. It's been about 3 minutes each side. They're starting to fall apart a little bit, which is kind of what you want, I guess, more or less. I'm going to take them off, set them on some paper towel. It's really just the big one that's falling apart because it's so big. Oh my gosh, these look so good. Okay, as soon as they come out, hit them with a little bit of salt. And then we're going in with our potatoes or our chips straight into the oil. Should have some of that Cajun seasoned flavor in there. And you're just gonna let these go until they're nice and crispy. I don't know how long that takes because I've never made them before, but we'll see. My goodness, that fish looks so good though. Holy crap. While those chips are frying up, I'm going to cut up some lemon. The key to get the most juice out of a lemon is to roll it on a hard surface like your counter or whatever, and that'll kind of squish it all together, get a lot more juices out of it. So I'm just going to cut up some wedges because it's kind of like the traditional thing to do with fish and chips. Squeeze a little fresh lemon on there, it makes it taste a lot better. I don't have malt vinegar. Sorry to anyone in Britain, Great Britain, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland that's watching. I know I've let you down. Do a bowl of lemon wedges. Sarson's malt vinegar, by the way. Yes, I know, Ball. I've dabbled before. Love to go back. These chips actually are holding together. A few more minutes on those and then we should be good to go. I just have to make sure I cook the fish all the way through. You kidding? It's literally perfect. Get a plate for our chips. I think our chips are about there. Yeah, pull all these off. Hit them with some salt. All right, time to plate it up. Cue the B-roll. Okay, so we have our from scratch fish and chips with Louisiana chicken fry and mashed potato style chips. I'm gonna see how these did. Oh, I'm gonna try them without the sauce. Ooh,
Oh, for really good.
with the ranch.
Our swimming pool of ranch.
Ooh, they got a little dry, but
Just a little, but they're still really good.
I think it's because the potatoes were a day old. I think if you did this with fresh ones, it'd be way better. Okay. Try a hunk of fish.
Oh, this is falling apart.
Oh boy. Cheers. That is stupid good. Ooh, in the ranch too.
Even better.
I mean, no tartar sauce, but it's still counteracts a little bit of the heat from that chicken fry. Perfect cook on that flaky white meat. That is spectacular.
Good job.
I'm giving this a 9.6 out of 10. I think it's fantastic.
I'll go 9.7.
Ooh, one up. So good. These turned out surprisingly better than I thought they would. We're gonna finish eating this. see you a little later on. Well, dinner was delicious. We've been hanging out for a while. It feels really cold out. It's 55 out, 67 in there. Staying warm? We're not gonna do a fire because we moved into a red flag warning area, which is most of the state of Utah, but basically just no fires. So it's about 7:30. I think we're gonna hang out a little bit longer unless we get too cold, and then we'll climb in the trailer and get warm. Well, it's not quite even 8 p.m., but it's freezing cold out here. I don't know if it's like the humidity in the air or what, but combined with that wind, it's really cold. So we're gonna pack it up, climb in for the night, hang out, and watch some movies. Hard to stay out when you have a heated trailer, so we're gonna watch some YouTube. Isn't that right, boy? That's a good boy. Boop! Boop!
Was established in 2014 and is dedicated to providing authentic Chinese. You'd find out about this place through a recommendation from a friend that I trust. So.
Good morning. It got kind of cold last night, I would say. Not as cold as the first night, but it's a lot more humid, so it feels a lot colder. Currently it's 54, but it's like a humid 54, so it feels like it's probably mid-40s. Anyway, slept pretty good. Gonna make some coffee. How high can I pour the coffee? Kirkland Signature organic whole milk. Incredible stuff. Fantastic looking cup. Now to try not to burn myself. They almost look too good to drink.
They do. I'll sit and stare at it.
Looks like a coffee shop latte, but it's just instant espresso and milk. Time to burn my mouth.
Use the cameras.
No, they're good. They're not too hot.
Oh, sweet.
I added enough milk.
They look lovely.
It's a lovely morning. And since it's the last full day of the trip, we gotta basically be home tonight. We're going with an all-American breakfast this morning. We're doing blueberry pancakes, bacon, eggs, and some of those home fries I used last night. And if we can find anything else to throw in that might complement, obviously more coffee, we're gonna do it. So, gonna enjoy the first cup, and then we'll get breakfast going, possibly in the rain. That's a good cup.
I think the best yet of this trip.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good job.
Yeah. It's going to rain. Well, it's starting to rain. I'm going to string up a tarp between the trailer and the car. Okay, for breakfast, we are doing kind of an all-American style breakfast. Like I said before, so we just got some pancake mix in a mason jar. Mason jars are your best friend when you're camping. We're doing some eggs. We're adding some blueberries to our pancakes. We got those leftover home fries. We got some Rancho Markets bacon. And of course, it wouldn't be breakfast without the holy grail, the flapjack drizzle. Let's start with our bacon. None of this should take super long because I did a lot of prep work beforehand, which is also the key when you're going on like multi-day camping trips. Make sure you do your prep. So I'm probably going to use half of this. I'm just going to cut it right in half. Okay, we're going to get our stove kicked on. Throw our non-stick down. Get our bacon cooking. This is what I like to call a pro gamer move. Tiniest bit of cinnamon sugar on your bacon. A little bit goes a long way. You don't want to overpower it, make it too sweet, because we're having pancakes with syrup and blueberries and all that stuff, but it'll add just the tiniest bit of depth. Those are the little tricks when you're cooking for people and they're like, whoa, whoa. And it's really simple. It also smells insanely good already. Yeah, good stuff.
It smells kind of like a Christmas ham.
Yeah, it's like a mild candied bacon. Probably even better than cinnamon sugar. If you did maple or like brown sugar and rosemary on bacon, that's where it's at. Now for our pancake mix. This is just the massive blue bags of Krusties. Pancake mix you just buy at the grocery store. I'm going to mix it in this here Ziploc bag, and I'll show you why. We're gonna put about half our pancake mix in there, and then we're gonna go in with some milk. And if I'm doing like berries in pancakes, I like the pancakes to be like really thick and really fluffy. To help achieve that, I'm just going to add a large egg. I'm gonna close it off, get a bunch of the air out of there, and then mix it all up. Probably another minute. Good thing to remember when cooking bacon is how it feels in the pan is not an indication of how it's going to be after it cools. It's always going to firm up and continue to cook. So when you think it's like 3/4 of the way there, pull it off. Okay, so we got all this good bacon fat in there. We got our pre-cooked potatoes, or home fries, as they're called when they're little cubes like this. Gonna keep mixing our pancake batter. Okay, that feels pretty good. That should be enough to make 2 pancakes. And we're gonna turn this into a piping bag. So you're gonna lay it out flat, scrape everything down, and then roll it up. And then when we're ready, we'll just make a little snip with some scissors in the corner, and we'll be able to pipe all our pancake batter into the pan. No mess, no stress. While all this other stuff is going, I'm gonna get some more water boiling, because you have to have some coffee with an all-American breakfast. Okay, so we're doing a diner-style scrambled egg, which basically just means adding a little bit more fat to them. So we're gonna crack probably 3 eggs into a bowl. 4? 2 each? Yeah, we're gonna do 4 eggs cracked into a bowl. And then you're going to add a splash of whole milk, or ideally heavy cream would make the perfect diner style scrambled egg. And then you're gonna whisk them all together with a fork. Nice and smooth. And grab a bowl, line it with some paper towel because there's a lot of grease in there. We're gonna pull our potatoes off, all into the bowl, nice and crispy. Keep some of that fat in your pan, and we're gonna cover this with a plate. Now we got our potatoes. Now we're gonna cook our eggs in all that potato fat. And the key is a good non-stick pan and to gently pull the eggs around the pan while they're cooking. Not crazy. My biggest pet peeve is when people do scrambled eggs and they just sit there and chop them up into like little pebbles of ground beef. If you add some fat in there and just fold them as they cook in the non-stick, it's gonna make beautiful, creamy folded scrambled eggs. We're also going to add a little bit more depth of flavor, Blacksmith Spice Co. jalapeno seasoning on top of our eggs. This stuff is super good. Kill the heat when they seem like they're about 90% there, and then you want to fold them in on themselves and let the residual heat that's in all the eggs themselves finish cooking. And there we have it, some soft scrambled eggs. And again, just like the bacon, like I was saying, they're going to finish cooking with the heat of all the other eggs. Now that our pan's clean, we can get the heat on. I'm not going to say you have to, but I would really advise cooking your pancakes in butter. So we're going to take a pat of butter, set it in our pan, coating the entire bottom of the pan, and we're going to find good corner, and we're just going to snip the corner off with some scissors, and we're going to pipe our pancake mix directly into the pan like so. And then take our delicious blueberries and place them into the pancake. I love a lot of blueberries in my pancakes. Okay. Let's see. I don't have a very big spatula, which I don't think is going to do me any favors. But we're gonna try. The key is speed. Bang! Look at that. That looks perfect. All right, that pancake's done. I'm gonna cook another one. Cue the B-roll. Here's the spread, the all-American breakfast. But first, I gotta film the intro for this video real quick. For the last 3 days. Okay, now that that's done, let's give it a try, see how it tastes. Get some butter, some blueberry pancake, and flapjack drizzle. This looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Mmm.
That bacon is so good.
Mmm. The bacon, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cinnamon roll sneezed on a piece of bacon.
And it's
In a good way.
in a really good way.
The pancakes are phenomenal. Try the eggs, some of that Cholula,
Oh wow.
and the crispy potatoes. Ooh, nice and crunchy. I think for me, personally, the star of the show, gotta be the blueberry pancake. What more could you want? It's phenomenal. I'm giving this 9/8 out of 10. One of my all-time favorite meals. Breakfast while camping is good, but if you do like the blueberry pancake, it's just super good.
I'll agree. 9/8. This is amazing.
So good. It's finally starting to warm up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is good enough to go on the Instagram story. It's just simply too good. Even if it's
It
just
really, yeah.
Okay, finally it has started to warm up. It's about 65, 68 degrees out here or something. But checkout is in 5 minutes. So we got to get cleaning up. Probably going to be a little late on the checkout, but you know what? It is what it is. We're going to pack it up and hit the road. Just like that, we are off and we got about a 3-hour drive home. So let me know what you guys think of this format of video, kind of like a camping adventure video with a cooking show built in here and there. Personally, I really enjoyed filming it. I think it's a good mix of all my passions. So yeah, let me know what you think. I can't guarantee these videos will always be camping. I also like road trips and, you know, to travel and stuff. So most of the time it'll be an outdoor mix with like a cooking show blended, if that makes sense. But yeah, also I just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone who's sticking around and watching the videos while I try and figure out YouTube and managing my passions versus what you guys like to see, all that stuff. So thank you. You guys are real ones. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and this was a fun trip. We'll see you guys in